What's up, guys? I am back with another video, but this one is not about count money. This is about the American Express Gold and Platinum Card. And a lot of people, one person said they always wanted American Express, card and stuff like that. Like I said, this is not a credit card. This is a charge card. Charge card meaning that I have to pay it back I got to pay the whole balance full at the end of the month. So the things I like about the American Express is the fact that I have to pay it back. It's like forcing me to pay this card back every month so I won't hold a balance and pay interest on the balance that I hold. That's what I like about the American Express card. Yes, my name is Kendrick Denson. I know, blah, blah, blah. You're going to see my name. That's what my name is originally, but I go by KD, if that's what y'all want to call me. You can call me whatever, but I want to talk about it. I had to get a new card because if you notice this American Express Gold card right here, it wasn't working. It wasn't working. So that's why you see two of them. I had to get a new one. Gotta send that one back to American Express. But the Platinum card and the Gold card both have great benefits. Both of them have great benefits. And I want to tell y'all a story. I was out in New Orleans back in 2018, I believe. I went to Mardi Gras, and it was like last minute. I went last minute. So when I got to New Orleans, I had to try and find a hotel that we could stay in. So I'm like, man, what hotel could I go to? So I picked a hotel. It was like a rundown hotel. It really was the only hotel that wasn't booked. I'm like, man, nah, I can't stay in this type of hotel because it was already far from Bourbon Street and we would have had to drive and then drive back. And I wasn't feeling that. I just wasn't into driving, and having to pay for parking and stuff like that. I mean, I don't mind, but come on, it's a lot of people. It's Mardi Gras. It's thousands, hundreds of thousands of people out there. It's not like, it's easy to just drive through, around Bourbon Street, which when I got there, we was driving around for like 6 hours before we can actually park. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't want to do that. So when I finally found the hotel, that was about 10 minutes away from Bourbon Street. And it was a rundown hotel. People was out there. I looked, I'm like, oh no, I can't stay in this rundown hotel. It was like a Motel 6 too. Not to be, throwing shade at Motel 6, but hey, that one was run down. Y'all need to think about remodeling and bringing that up, if y'all want to. But anyway, so I'm like, man, how can I get a nice room closer to like Bourbon Street and Canal Street and stuff like that? So I thought about it. I remember when I bought when I had got these American Express cards that it said like you can get into VIP things, or you can call them and say you want this and you want that, and they'll, find it for you. So I'm like, okay, cool. So it was my first time actually putting that to the test, because I'm like, okay, well, let me call American Express. So I called American Express. I think it was it really don't matter which card, the platinum or the gold. But anyway, it was for the platinum card. And I called and I said, hey, I'm in New Orleans and I don't want to stay at this rundown hotel. So can y'all find me a nicer hotel? And can y'all find it like closer? I don't even think I said a nicer hotel. I just said, can y'all find me a hotel a little bit closer to Canal or Bourbon Street? And they was like, yes, we can. And so the lady, she was, I guess, looking, she said, let me call you back. So I'm like, okay. So I hung up the phone. We still sitting in the parking lot seeing, it just wasn't the type of environment I wanted to be in, because we sitting there while I'm waiting on American Express to call me back. And I'm like, okay, cool. So then my phone started ringing a couple of minutes later, and it was American Express. And they called and say, well, Mr. Denson, we found you a room. And then they sent me all the information over. And man, it was like, when I got to the room, man, it was a nice hotel. It was a real nice hotel. It was across the street from the casino in New Orleans. Matter of fact, French Quarter. It was right, like literally a minute away from Canal Street. Like, man, it was, I wish I would have vlogged that and showed y'all how nice that hotel was. So, the benefits about American Express, like this card, like it allows you to be in like platinum or VIP places. And that's the thing I like about it. Now, The annual fee on it, I think one is $550 and one is $750, I believe. The gold is $550 a month. I'm sorry. You pay $550 a year annually. Well, yeah, annually. And then you pay $750 a year on the platinum card. So that's how much I pay yearly. Like I pay, on the platinum and the gold card. So if y'all are thinking about getting one, then you might need to think about that, because you will pay $550 for the gold card every year, and you pay $750 for the platinum card every year. But the Uber, you get the Uber credit and stuff like that. It's just American Express has like helped me out through over the years. I remember when I was out of town somewhere a couple years ago, and because I've been with them since 2014. So back then, a couple years ago, I was out of town, and my credit changed, because they kind of go off your credit. It's no preset limit on these cards, meaning that it's not really a limit, but it is, but it's not, if that even makes sense to y'all. But I was out of town and my credit changed, and then they put a limit on there. Like once your credit go down, they will put a limit on there, like limit you to $3,000 or $5,000. That's all you can spend on there. Even less than that. It all depends on that, what they want to do. And I was like, man, I was out. Matter of fact, I was in Oakland, California. That's where I was at. And if y'all know about Oakland and San Francisco area, the Bay Area period, it's expensive out there. So, I was like using American Express a lot because it was real expensive out there. But at the time, that's when my credit score changed, and they put a preset limit on my card. And I was like, man, and I was like really spending money, and I needed to get back. I do round trips on my ticket, so getting back wasn't the problem, but paying for my luggage was. And man, I'd already used up the whole American Express card. So I was like, man, how am I gonna get my luggage to the house? Because I didn't have any money. I really spent a lot of money when I was out in San Francisco, out there in the Bay Area, Oakland. I was out there and I spent a lot of money. So I called American Express, and I'm like, I need to get my bags home, because my car I couldn't use it no more. And I called them and I was like, hey, can y'all please add $50 or something so I can pay for my luggage to get back to Houston? And, they was like, okay. So they put the $50 limit on there. I was able to charge the card because it was declining. And I was able to charge the card, and I was able to get home. And I think I racked up a balance around almost $4,000. Of course, I paid it. I paid that within a month. I just went to work and went hard. I went real hard after I got back from San Francisco. Well, Oakland. I really was in Oakland, California. So when I got back from Oakland, I just went real hard, and I started paying it down, like working every day, just paying that card down. So I really appreciate American Express. Like this card, it's a lot of benefits that I haven't talked about on this, and I'm sure a lot of people did reviews on these cards and talk about the benefits of both cards, but I haven't really used them because I travel, but I don't travel that much. I go to Vegas a lot. That's about it. So if y'all thinking about getting one of these cards, man, it's a great card, but just be aware of the yearly fee. For the gold card, it's $550, and for the platinum, it's $750. They will add that to your card. Sometimes you won't even expect it. So think about that before y'all want to, have an American Express card and stuff like that. But it is a great card. It's a great card. It's the only card I use. And the reason why I use this card most of the time is because every time I use my debit card at the pump, somebody get my information. Somebody end up with my information, and I have to go and cancel that card and get another debit card. But every time I use American Express, and I never had that problem. Like that fraud, that on American Express, no way. You ain't getting it. They're on it. Like seriously. So that's another reason why I like using American Express everywhere I go. I just use the charge card and just pay it back later, through the app. I'll just pay it back. But I use this card for everything. Like if like a package don't come, man, I just get on the phone with American Express and I call them. I say, hey, I didn't get this package. And I'm talking about they give you your money right back. So it's they do their investigation and stuff like that. So it's really no getting over on American Express. And that's the reason why I like this card. So I would recommend this card to anybody. as long as you can afford the yearly fee. I would recommend this card. I think it's a great card. Like I said, I still use it every time I get gas. So I have never had a fraud case on American Express is what I'm trying to say. Never. So they're on there. So that's it about the American Express. I just wanted to show y'all this and tell y'all my experience and how great American Express cards are. Charge cards, not credit cards, charge cards. And so if y'all thinking about getting one, it's a great card. I recommend it. I think my credit was around 630 when I was able to get this card, because I fought hard to get this card because, eventually I'm fighting for a black card, American Express black card. Yeah, it's a long road, but I think I can see it. So make sure y'all comment down below on, how y'all feel about the yearly fee. And, let me know things if y'all have American Express. I think I started with the green card. Let me say that. I did start with the green card. The American Express green card is what I started with. And I used that, and then I was able to upgrade to the gold and the platinum. So that's the only cards I have, the gold and the platinum. So, all right, I'll see y'all in my next videos. Y'all know what the next video is. We putting that 275 in our account. And over here on we on the 5th week, you put that $25 in there. So I'm going to do that with y'all. I'm going to do that chart with y'all and continue to do this one, since this one every 6 months. Like, I don't really have to do this yearly because I'm doing it every 6 months, saving that $10,000. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Like I say, please let me know how y'all feel about the American Express card. Is it a good card? Is it a bad card? I mean, it's definitely not a bad card to me. Only downside about the card is the $750 a year and the $550 a year. But like I say, if you take advantage of all the benefits, then that $750 or that $550 doesn't really even matter. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in my next video.